Welcome to the Springstone's Auction Launch Show.
I'm Abby.
And I'm Addison. Tonight you will learn more about us, the class of 2026, as well as hearing from our principal, Mrs. Rucker. She will be sharing about the Springstone program and mission.
We are sharing our personal educational journeys in our Dream Access Days and more details about the exciting Access program.
So grab a snack, kick back, and enjoy the video.
Hello viewers, my name is Abigail. I prefer to go by Abby. I am 18 years old and a graduating senior at the Springstone Community High School, class of 2026. I have been diagnosed with ADHD, autism, and a specific language impairment. When I first meet people, I can be shy. It takes me some time to warm up, but once I do, you'll find I'm funny, generous, creative, sarcastic, and a loyal friend. I was born in Denver, Colorado, and my parents took me home when I was 2 days old. I was officially adopted when I was 16 months old. I feel lucky to have been brought into a loving family with wonderful parents, 2 great brothers, and an understanding sister who accepted me as their own immediately. We moved to the Bay Area when I was 4 years old. Most of my memories are from living in California. We still have family in Colorado and visit once in a while. My educational journey has not been an ordinary one. I went to preschool at Mama and Papa Lopez's. Then I moved to Stanton Elementary in Castro Valley. Looking back at my experience, I can say I enjoyed PE and the arts and crafts classes. I had a good friend named Evelyn. We would hang out and do puppet role playing and have fun together. Her friendship meant a lot to me when I was younger. When I started middle school in 6th grade, I was more talkative to my new friend group. I loved my art teacher because she was one of the only people at school who wasn't scary. There were a lot of chaotic boys and girls that felt intimidating and too cool for school. One memory about the wild boys during art class is how they would interrupt the teacher, constantly throw things, being rude and mean to her. One day the teacher had enough and she walked out of the class and began to cry. It broke my heart to see my teacher break down like that. I felt so bad for her. This example is meant to show that middle school was tough for the students and teachers. In 7th grade, the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and I was very happy to stay home. Although when I was on distance learning, I found out that I struggled a lot with focusing on my schoolwork. It was really hard for me to get work done while school was online. My mom decided to homeschool me instead of doing distance learning, which was better for me than online classes and school expectations. When it was time for high school, I was enrolled at Mona Vista in Danville. The school was overwhelming for me because it was packed with more than 2,000 students and the hallways were difficult to navigate between passing periods. I tried my best to make the school work and made a small group of friends, but it was not the place for me. One day in December, I could not get out of the car at drop-off. I had a panic attack for the first time in my life. Luckily, my dog Patrick was there to help me, and my mom understood what was happening and connected the dots to know what was going on. My mom acted fast and found different schools for me. I tried a couple of smaller schools out to tour, but once I had my shadow day at Springstone, I knew it was the place for me, especially when I first met Mr. Steele, the 9th grade homeroom and English teacher. We got along right away, and he helped me feel safe and understood. My mom honestly had to fight with the school district to get me placed at Springstone and transferred here. I'm grateful to my sister Emma for driving me to school every day until the district placed me, and my parents for making sure I was in the best school, not just to meet my needs, but for my success. Once I came to Springstone, I found the teachers are supportive and know how to help me best focus in class and to motivate me. For example, I like to keep my hands moving by drawing while I'm listening to presentations. The teachers understand that I am not ignoring them and I am processing the information differently and I get my work completed my way. The teachers at Springstone are helpful and accepting. They give me extended time to work. They assign research projects and hands-on projects that are geared towards my interests and help me in the future. As seniors, we have the responsibility of daily snack cart and weekly coffee cart. These experiences have taught me about teamwork, working with money, budgeting for shopping, taking orders, overcoming obstacles, and customer service. It's not easy work, and some days are harder than others, but we do get rewarded for our work and make others happy with the service we provide, and that feels great. I enjoyed the financial literacy classes Mr. Miller teaches and the real-world-based projects we do, like buying a car, learning how to do taxes, earning weekly paychecks for working the coffee and snack cart, renting apartments, and more. My favorite thing about Springstone, and probably what gets talked about the most, is access. It teaches us valuable life skills and takes us across the Bay Area. My favorite access day was when we went to the tea gardens, Japantown, and explored the Japanese foods and shops. I really appreciate Japanese culture and anime, and so this was super fun and enjoyable for me. Another access day I was surprised I ended up liking was going to a Giants baseball game. I am not a sports person, but I got to try new stadium food and also overcome my dislike of loud noises in large stadiums with thousands of people, and got to spend a school day hanging out with my friends at a ballpark. We've done a lot of other different access days I liked and appreciated. Visiting the SF MoMA, going bowling, indoor skydiving, A's baseball game, Asian Art Museum, riding the cable cars through San Francisco, paddle boating, and our overnight Camper Royal stays. At Camper Royal, we would climb the rock wall, zip line, play games in the meadow, play pool and air hockey, swim, tie-dye, have family-style meals, put on skits, and have plenty of time in the art yurt. The food at camp is fantastic, and I suggest camp for all students' growth, and if you like garlic bread and curly fries, you must go. Going out in the community with Springstone has helped me a lot with my independence skills. Now I know how to navigate the Bay Area on public transportation, how to be safe in public, shop responsibly, and advocate for myself. I have enjoyed the after-school clubs at Springstone. I joined Anime Club, Art Club, Student Council, and Dungeons & Dragons Club. I was elected as Student Body President earlier this year and had the opportunity to help plan activities such as our Halloween party, the Winter Formal, Spirit Weeks, and soon the prom. I love Spirit Weeks and dressing up and wearing pajamas whenever possible. As a senior, I also helped plan special events such as the Oktoberfest childcare with my classmates. This was a lot of hard work, but enjoyable at the same time, because we got to plan everything from the food, movies, games, prizes, and crafts. We also helped put together raffle items. At the end of the evening, we pulled the raffle tickets and announced the winners. It was fun to give the prizes out and see how happy the winners were. As I move into the future, I look forward to graduating in May. I hope to attend CIP Berkeley after Springstone and continue to learn many different life skills to help me be a successful adult while I attend Berkeley City College. I'm looking forward to taking art classes. I also plan to start taking Japanese classes to learn how to speak the language and one day visit Japan. As for my career, I want to do some sort of work with animals, whether that is volunteer work or having a job that involves interacting with animals. This might look like starting out as a pet groomer and working my way to becoming an assistant to a veterinarian. As long as I am working with animals, I would be fulfilled. Thank you for your time learning about my journey. In closing, I would like to thank my parents, my brothers Ethan and Caleb, my sister Emma for loving me unconditionally. I'd also like to thank my sweet dog Patrick for the emotional support and comfort he provides me each day. Lastly, thank you to Springstone for the independence I gained. Thank you to all of the teachers and admin at Springstone who believed in me and supported me. I'm glad to have them in my life and grateful that you love me through the ups and downs. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Addison. I'm 19 years old and I came to Springstone in 2023. I've been attending Springstone for 3.5 years. I was diagnosed with autism, anxiety, ADHD, and OCD at the age of 13. Before the age of 6, my home life was idyllic. My mom and dad were clearly in love, and my dad played music and built guitars and drums too. I was a typical kid sister following around my older brother Peyton. My brother has always been so kind and supportive of me, and I have always looked up to him. My grandfather, who I called Papa, had a home with acreage and a barn with lots of farm animals where our family loved to spend time. My papa spent a lot of time with my brother and I, especially during the summertime when school wasn't in session. He would take us to Six Flags and the water park all the time. He was also majorly involved in my life and very supportive. I always knew I was a little different than the other kids in preschool because I had no social skills. I was looked at as a weirdo by my peers. At the time, I didn't know I had autism, and I was alone a lot during recesses and breaks. I did my own thing, playing in the grass, and would lose myself in my imagination. I was happiest when I was at home with my family. One day, when I was 6 years old, everything changed. My dad, Spencer, was on his way to work early in the morning when he noticed a car had overturned on the freeway. He pulled over to try to help an elderly woman who had been involved in an accident. A short time later, they both were struck by an oncoming car. My father's injuries were so severe he was taken by an air ambulance, but he did not make it to the hospital, and he passed away in the helicopter. The woman he had helped survived. My dad passed away when he was 36 years old by being a good Samaritan. Much like the vehicle on the road, our family was turned upside down by this tragedy. I was so young at the time, and I didn't understand what was going on or that my dad was gone forever. When my mom kneeled down to break the news to my brother and I, my brother started to cry, and then I started to cry. Looking back, I understand now that I was mirroring his emotions because of my autism. I couldn't connect with my feelings, and I didn't know what to feel. I wish I had the chance to know him through the eyes of a teenager and an adult. It's hard to go through life with this missing piece, but I know he is a part of me and that his love is still present. A few years later, when I was 8 years old, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. My family was at the movie theater, and I kept drinking juice boxes, eating candy, and repeatedly using the restroom. My mom noticed something was off, and since we have a family history of diabetes, she recognized the symptoms. So she tested my blood sugar. My blood sugar was so high it didn't even register, meaning it was over 500 and off the charts. Eventually, I learned with type 1 diabetes, you cannot control blood sugar, but you can only manage it. I have a dead pancreas in my body, and at times it can be frustrating that I can't eat and drink whatever I want. I only had 7 years of freedom with food, but I know it's a serious matter, and it's my life. I was fortunate my mom found Bearskin Meadow Camp for diabetes youth and families in the Sequoia National Forest. This camp helped me connect with other kids who have T1D. Camp was great for helping me learn how to live and be a kid with the condition. I went each summer from 8 years old to 12 years old, and again at 14. I've applied to be a counselor this summer. I take diabetes education very seriously, and I have learned to share and educate openly about type 1 diabetes with school nurses, teachers, parents, friends, and family. I look forward to giving back to the camp that helped me tremendously. I am adventurous, creative, and always aspiring to do something new, and my parents always supported me in my various interests. Every time I was interested in a new activity or sport, I was supported by my parents. I joined different city league sports teams. I played soccer, baseball, softball, and I did all sorts of arts and crafts. Keeping active was helpful for my physical and mental health, and I believe it helped me in my grieving process. With time, my mom met a great partner and remarried to my stepmom, Christine, who I also consider my mom. I call my stepmother Mom and my other mom, Mama. I've always felt loved and deeply supported by both of my parents, which I am extremely grateful for. At the beginning of 7th grade, I cut my hair off and got a pixie cut. I struggled with my gender identity from around 8th grade to 9th or 10th grade. There were also many times when people would try to talk to me, and I would give a thumbs up and a nod. I didn't know how to interact or socialize in general. I knew the students and their faces and names, but I didn't know how to connect on a deep level, which has always been something I struggled with until I came to Springstone. I had a 504 plan, but I wasn't working out. The plan was being adjusted for me, but the learning environment was still not working. My previous schools and teachers did not follow the 504 plan, and I had trouble advocating for that. After a 504 plan meeting, the dean of Vacapina Middle School pulled my mom aside afterwards and mentioned that his daughter was a lot like me. He explained that his daughter was high-functioning autistic and advised that I should look into getting tested as well. I had a 3-day in-depth test done. It is all because of the dean suggested it. My mother never considered this because she never saw anything unusual. She just thought I was quirky, but there was more going on in my brain. I was diagnosed with autism along with ADHD and OCD. The diagnosis helped me answer a lot of questions I had about why I felt so different from my peers. And the diagnosis gave me a foundation to start understanding how my brain works and who I am. Before I came to Springstone, I attended a few different high schools. First, I went to a charter school because I thought it would be better for me, and then a bigger high school. But after my 9th grade year, I decided I wanted to try out a bigger, more traditional high school because I wanted to fit in and get the conventional high school experience. My time and experiences there were terrible. I struggled with making friends. My self-esteem was insanely low, which affected my mental health immensely. And I struggled with the academics. I was also bullied a lot, and I have been up until I came to Springstone. For the most part, school had always felt dreadful and uncomfortable. I had no friends, and I felt like I never belonged. Each of the classrooms had at least 30 kids, and it was extremely overwhelming because it was very crowded, and I was not getting my individual needs met, even though I had an IEP. Once I began attending Springstone, it made a huge impact on my life and who I am. The environment here gave me the chance to grow and mature in a healthy way. I really enjoy the community here and how they accept me for who I am. At my previous schools, I was never accepted or had a strong community like this one. I have always struggled with communicating with people and making friends. When I came to Springstone, I found my people. I have made valuable friendships. These friendships have made me realize that the people who truly care about me will love and accept me for who I am, even through the hard times. Springstone has taught me various social skills, like how to talk through social dynamic struggles, the importance of expressing myself instead of avoidance, and how to advocate for myself and what I need. Since I have been attending Springstone, I have learned a lot about myself and understanding what works for me. In a classroom setting, I learned that I prefer the Socratic method. I like to have discussions. When I am lectured at, it's harder for me to comprehend. I need to have a conversation, have a dialogue. At previous schools, I would get easily distracted in classes by staring at all the things on the walls in the noisy classroom. When I came to Springstone, I thought about how boring the classrooms looked. There were no art on the walls and everything was clean and minimalistic. Later on, I realized that having less distractions on the walls helped me focus and listen to the teacher and the lesson better. Another thing I like about Springstone is the small class sizes. I feel less overwhelmed and the teachers pay more attention to my needs. The academics worked a lot better for me at Springstone because I have teachers who actually care about students as individuals. One of my favorite Access Weeks was Camp Arroyo 2025. It was very memorable and an enjoyable experience. I made lots of memories with my friends and I will never forget. My favorite moments were during meals. I look forward to the family-style meals and bonding with my friends and teachers. Camp Arroyo was a huge bonding experience with my peers. I loved when my friends and I chilled by the pool and enjoyed the afternoon laughing and being silly together. Although hiking and walking can be hard, I do love the natural environment and enjoy the campus. Camp Arroyo was the most memorable Access Week I've had, and I'm grateful to have experienced it. Other Access activities I've enjoyed were when we would explore San Francisco. Over the years, we have ridden the cable cars, visited different shops throughout Japantown, gone to many museums in San Francisco, and so much more. I also loved going to the Lafayette Reservoir. I enjoyed going on the water when we went paddle boating and making connections. I loved the Dream Access Day last year when we went horseback riding. It brought back happy memories for me and the time when I was in 11th grade and my class had to figure out how to get to Alameda using public transportation. Those were all amazing experiences, and I look back on them fondly. Another thing I've enjoyed is extended transitions, like when we would have mindful music and making art. I like the idea of extended transitions every Tuesdays and Fridays because it was a good reset at the end of the day. At Springstone, I have found a community. I've been able to connect and meet people who are similar to me and very different, but all kind. I've been able to learn from and be accepted by the Springstone community. I joined the Build a Business Club, and through this entrepreneurship created my company called Nini Jane Creations, selling my handmade crochet designs. My junior year, I had my own booth at the talent show and at the blood drive selling my handmade items. Many Springstone students, staff, parents, and community members bought my beanies, gloves, plushies, and other creations. I even had some custom orders. It felt warm and fuzzy when I see my community members wearing my handmade creations. I love when people wear the items I created. It makes me feel connected and grateful. When I graduate from Springstone, I plan to be a camp counselor at Bearskin Meadow Camp for type 1 diabetics. But that helped me when I was younger to feel included. I'm not sure what I want to do exactly in the future, but I hope to be an advocate of some sort or a child psychologist, working in a program educating children and families with diabetes or neurodivergence. I believe being an advocate for children with diabetes, autism, domestic violence, and or sexual abuse would be rewarding and is greatly needed. My entire life, if someone says something wrong, I will be the one to stand up for those who don't have a voice or know how to use theirs yet. I want to help the people who cannot speak up or are too young to speak for themselves. People with invisible disabilities need more help, and I hope to bring them to light and support this to make a community. Springstone has helped me grow as a person tremendously. Since I have attended Springstone, it has helped me with my communication skills, my social skills, and my confidence. I am most proud of myself for always remembering to stay kind, no matter what is going on. I make an effort to remain kind to people and make it a point to smile at people and be kind when I am having a bad day. This is due to my family and how I was raised. Kindness first. I'm continuing to learn to love myself better and give myself grace in the kindness I give to others. I would like to give a huge thanks to my parents and my brother Peyton for being such a big support system in my life and giving me their unconditional love. They've always been there even when things were difficult or when I struggled to make the right choices. I would also like to thank my teachers for always caring about my academics and well-being. Someone else I would like to give a thanks to is my best friend Abby. She has been such a great friend and a person to me. She has helped me through a lot, and I couldn't be more thankful for her. So thank you to my parents, my brother, my best friend, and my teachers. Thank you all. Once in every school year, there comes an Access Day that stands out above all the others. This day is filled with so much joy and excitement that it creates unforgettable memories that will last a lifetime.
Yes, we are here to present to you our Dream Access Days, which are available to donate directly to under the section Fund and Need through our online auction website, ClickBid.
That's right, Abby. We both put together a different Access Day that we would like to enjoy together before we graduate in May. We are going to tell you about the Access program, and we hope you will contribute to make these days possible.
Access is about going out in the community to learn how to take public transportation, how to be safe in public, and make purchases at restaurants and shops with cash. We volunteer in community and we prepare for our life after high school.
Yes, we also visited different college programs such as Futures Explored, College of Alameda, Diablo Valley College, and Berkeley CIP program. It's helpful to know how to get to these different schools and to be familiar with them. There are many different programs Springstone graduates attend. During Access, we learn how to communicate with peers and get out of our comfort zones within a safe environment.
Did you know that Access also is an acronym? Access stands for Acquiring Skills for Success,
Creating Community Connections,
Collaboration with Others,
Exposure, Experience, and Exploration,
Social Skills Development,
and Strategies for Living. Access certainly has done all of that and more for me. As seniors, it's finally our turn to come up with our own Access Day. We are excited to share our Dream Access Day plans with you.
For my Dream Access Day, I'm planning to go to Alcatraz Island. We're going to have a spooky tour by taking the behind the scenes tour at night.
That sounds so awesome.
Right? We were going to start our day in Lafayette and drive over to the Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. At Fisherman's Wharf, we will go to the Sky Star observation wheel and take in all of the beautiful bay views.
That does sound beautiful.
It really does. Before the Alcatraz tour, we will have some time to explore Pier 39, Fisherman's Wharf. There are many different restaurants and shops like the Hard Rock Cafe, Fog Harbor Fish House, and Boudin Bakery Cafe, and many more we want to check out.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait.
Before we know it, it'll be time for our tour at Alcatraz Island. We'll be walking to Pier 33 Alcatraz Landing from Pier 39, which is going to be a 6-minute walk, where we will be boarding the ferry to go to Alcatraz Island, along with seeing the views of the bay.
Will we be seeing the sea lions?
Hope so. During the tour, we will see the 1905 military tunnels, the prison hospital, the dark dungeon punishment cells, the new industry buildings, and the restricted parts of the D block. Spooky, right?
That sounds so awesome and spooky.
But I love it, and I can't wait for this day.
Me too.
So fun. After the tour is done and we are creeped out, we will make our way back to Pier 33 by the ferry. We will then drive back to Lafayette at the end of the night. The total cost of my Dream Access Day is going to be $525. Please contribute to my Dream Access Day to make this possible. It would make this school year the best one yet. Thank you.
For my Dream Access Day, I want to take my classmate to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. I want to take this opportunity to make memories and create something the two of us can fondly look back on.
So do I.
To begin the day, we will arrive at the Springstone School at 8:30 a.m. We will so kindly receive transportation from a staff member once we arrive. The drive is about an hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours to account for traffic.
Let's hope we have fun.
Then, once we get to Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk, there will be many opportunities to ride roller coasters, eat food, chill on the beach, and play arcade games, as well as visit shops.
Ooh, that seems like a lot of fun.
Right? I would like to visit some gift shops like Bonnie's Gift Boutique and Made in Santa Cruz. Another place I have in mind to visit is the Yarn Shop in Santa Cruz, which is approximately an 18-minute walk from the boardwalk.
Ooh, yarn.
Right? Coming to the end of our day, when we are ready to eat dinner around 5 p.m., we'll go to the Crow's Nest in Santa Cruz. A staff member will either drive us, which is an 8-minute drive from the boardwalk, or we will take a 35-minute walk to get there.
Yummy food.
Very yummy. They serve all kinds of dishes, including seafood, main courses, breakfast, brunch, and desserts.
Desserts?
Yes. And then finally, we will leave around 6 to 6:30 p.m. to get back to Lafayette, roughly around 8 p.m. The total cost of my Dream Access Day is $365, including tickets and reimbursement for travel for 4 people. It would be greatly appreciated if you would donate to my Dream Access Day. Thank you for your consideration and any donations you are able to make to support my Dream Day. Remember to sign up for Springstone's auction and donate at springstoneschool.cbo.io.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alexis Rucker. I'm the principal of the Springstone School, here to talk to you today in our lovely mindful garden with our Springstone birds. Happy to talk about our auction. We're trying to raise $25,000 for the school year. $8,000 for our smart boards. We want 2 moving smart boards that we can take anywhere on the campus. This will make our learning be mobile. We can take it outside. We can move it to the main hall or Oakview 3. It'll really enable our students to gain access to curriculum anywhere on campus, and we're really hopeful to meet that goal for $8,000 for 2 moving smart boards. We're also asking for $10,000 for access. As we know, things have continued to get more expensive through the state of California in general. This funding will continue to help make Access a well-rounded program, giving our students opportunities to be out in the community and to gain experience in things they haven't tried before. We are a small school with only 8 students per class, and we do rely heavily on our community for funding and for support. Without that, we wouldn't be here, and we know that that is a big ask of each of you. Please reach out to your community and continue to donate or to bid on those items for the auction. We're so proud to be the first neurodiverse middle school in our nation for students specifically with autism. We greatly appreciate your continued financial support of our school and community for the betterness of our student and our neurodiverse population. We're on ClickBid. You can find our information if you look on our website and click on the silent auction button on the springstoneschool.org. Thank you from us at Springstone, all of our students, all of our staff, our administration. We all are amazingly appreciative and grateful for your support. We thank you and appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much. We're happy to have you as part of our community.